What is next for Hogwarts Legacy? After the game just released on all platforms last week, more and more are asking if and when we will get new game plus, DLC, sequel, and more. Here's what's coming from Hogwarts Legacy based on what Avalanche Software and WB Games has shared so far. Yo, this your boy James over XpectoGO, bringing you guys the latest and greatest in Hogwarts Legacy content. Let's start with what has been confirmed. Confirmed is the Hogwarts Legacy documentary, the Wizardry Behind Hogwarts Legacy. This look into the process of making Hogwarts Legacy is said to be released later this year, leaving November or December of 2023 as release windows. What's also confirmed is the announcement of the PlayStation exclusives Haunted Hogsmeade Quest and Felix Felicis Potion Recipe, both releasing to the other platforms sometime after February of 2024, with the Felix Felicis Potion giving you the ability to see hidden treasure chests near you for one day in-game. And the Haunted Hogsmeade quests, well, that possibly might be the best side quest in-game. So, when players finally have access to these features, that will be a big announcement. The biggest announcement already confirmed is Avalanche Software making a sequel to Hogwarts Legacy, with the announcement coming from David Haddad, WB Games president, in a Variety article saying, and I quote, "Warner Brothers sees Hogwarts Legacy as a long-term franchise." And we know why. Hogwarts Legacy has made WB Games over $1 billion. It was just reported that as of October 28th, 2023, Hogwarts Legacy is the highest grossing game in 2023 in the US and is still in the top 10 in gross revenue for the month of October, 8 months after its initial release and before the Nintendo Switch release this past Tuesday, which, in my opinion, will make it even more money. So yeah, a sequel is coming and has already been announced, but the earliest it could come out would be 2026 or 2027. So what about announcements for Hogwarts Legacy between now and then? Do we have any confirmation on a new Game Plus or DLC coming? Well, we did get confirmation about Hogwarts Legacy DLC back in February from Hogwarts Legacy's game director Alan Tu, who was asked about the potential DLC during a IGN Fan Fest event, stating, and I quote, "We've been really heads down bringing Hogwarts Legacy to life," said Tu. "So at the moment, there are no current plans for DLC." Confirming no DLC are planned or in the works for Hogwarts Legacy, but his wording here doesn't rule out a future DLC, particularly his "at the moment" quote. During this interview, you have to remember, Avalanche Software was still working on the old gen versions of Hogwarts Legacy for the PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. And now that it has officially released all of those games on those platforms, that moment has passed, leaving Avalanche Software time to start planning and developing a DLC or at least new Game Plus for Hogwarts Legacy, with a possible announcement sometime in February of 2024 based on Elden Ring and God of War Ragnarok, all making DLC announcements a year after their game's original release. Granted though, scheduling at Avalanche Software being pushed back due to the development of the old gen versions of Hogwarts Legacy and the upcoming Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League game also releasing in February 2024, WB Games probably wouldn't want to have two games competing for marketing or exposure. So a DLC announcement would likely have to move out of the 1 year window into sometime later into 2024, if there's even an announcement at all. That being said, if there's no DLC, this would be a huge misstep by Avalanche Software and WB Games. In a year packed full of Game of the Year tier games, fans are still clamoring for an excuse to come back to the wizarding world they've created in Hogwarts Legacy. Whether looking for tougher or new foes, more side quests, NPCs, new gear, and maybe even new spells, the game has so much room for expansion that Avalanche Software can build upon, and not just for the sequel that's already confirmed, but also for a DLC, properly giving us fans something to do in the Scottish Highlands of Hogwarts Legacy while waiting for its highly anticipated sequel. So, expect a ton of announcements and news from Hogwarts Legacy concerning the documentary in December 2023, the PlayStation exclusives releasing after February 2024, and hopefully a DLC announcement not too far into the rest of 2024. You can also expect XpectoGO to be on top of the announcements for Hogwarts Legacy as soon as it drops, bringing you the latest and greatest here on our YouTube channel. Until then, subscribe and check out the video to your right, sharing the first impressions of Hogwarts Legacy on the Nintendo Switch. I hope you all have a magical day. I'll see you in the next video. Until next time.